to the studio. It's Froyle here and I'm so glad you've joined me. Today I'm pretty excited because this is my inspiration. This is the beautiful Pāua shell, which is the Māori name for basically a sea snail. It is actually called something else in other countries, maybe the abalone, which I think they're related. We could be cousins, bro. But it's the Pāua here in New Zealand. It's a absolutely stunning color full of metallics and interference paints and deep blues and greens and turquoise. And this is the inspiration for today. Now I have a 16 by 20 inch canvas and I decided I'm going with probably a straight pour. I'm putting the beautiful colors in a cup. I've got some turquoise, some phthalo blue. I'm going to use light blue and I've got a white cloud pour mix. Now this mix I'll put up on the screen for the recipe. This is my mix number 1. I've got a few that I'm trying. I'm experimenting with the cloud pour or the pearl pour recipes. It's pretty fun. I absolutely love experimenting. We're using a pearlescent deep violet and then I'm throwing in a little bit of interference violet and interference blue. I'm really not sure how these colors are going to come out in the mix, but because these colors are in the inspiration of my Pāua, we have to at least try them. Pouring it on the canvas, just a straight pour with a little bit of a wobble, and then I decided to throw on an extra element of the cloud pour just for luck. Let's see what this paint can create with these beautiful textures. It's all a bit of fun, giving it a tilt around to see what effect that pearl pour mix is going to have in amongst all of those beautiful colors. Now some of these colors are thicker than others. The interference paints are always a little thinner than the other paints, so really you can't guarantee exactly what you're going to get, but I know all these colors are going to work well together. It'll just be a matter of seeing which ones rise to the surface, which ones survive the tilting. I absolutely love it. Have a look at the beautiful colors. You can see the turquoise and the blue. You can see the metallic. You can't really tell at this stage what the interference paints are doing because they need to be sitting over the darker paints to really shine, but I'm sure they're going to come through in the end. My fabulous pearl pour white paint is creating some beautiful cells and it's working well. What do you think? Do you think it looks similar to my Pāua shell? I think we're pretty well on track. These colors are just glorious. Now recently I've been experimenting with multiple layers on my paintings. I love it. I love embedding or imprinting into the paint and having transparent layers that you can see through it, the other colors or patterns or textures that are underneath. It's all a bit of an experiment. It's fabulous. I love it. So why would I stop now? Now, once the painting is dry, I pull out the Liquitex pouring medium. I'm putting it on the canvas and then tipping on some of the deep turquoise color and some of the beautiful metallic white pearl. Both of these have been mixed with the Liquitex pouring medium, which creates really runny, very thin paint because I want to create those multi multiple layers. They need to be a little transparent so we can still see what's underneath. And I'm just putting them in 2 different areas because I just want some focal points. I don't want to cover my entire canvas. I'm loving these colors. It's working really well. So it's a matter of finding a balance between creating those layers and not completely obscuring what I've already created. And then I bust a move and pull out some silver alcohol ink. I know, I just have to try it. I want to see what the metallic silver will do if I drop it on this very fluid poured painting. How much will the alcohol ink spread? What kind of effect will it have on the acrylic paint? The first few drops looked absolutely fabulous. I love how it's moving and spreading, and because it's metallic, it's creating like metallic halo elements. Loving that. So of course I had to add some more. I had a little spray with some alcohol, but that didn't kind of do what I thought it might do, so I'm sticking to the actual alcohol ink itself. Now I let this layer dry, and then I came back again with the pouring medium because I wanted to see what would happen if I put the alcohol ink onto the straight pouring medium. What would it do? I don't know, man. I was busting to find out. So I splashed on some metallic blue in the alcohol ink. Oh, what a stunning effect this is having. Then I dropped in some more of the silver. It was really hard not to cover the entire painting. I do get a little carried away and I get so excited with the experiments. I just want to see, what's it going to do? What if I try this? And there's no undo button. So if you do kind of go too far, then you have to figure out a way of fixing it. Some of the areas were too intense. I did get a little carried away with my sprinkles, but I did resolve that by putting a little bit of white paint over some of the dots so they weren't so intense. Yes, there's always a way to fix things, so don't be scared to try. You don't know what you're going to create until you have a go. Throw it out there. It can only not work. It'll be fine. You can paint over it again. But that's how you find what you really like. I'm loving these alcohol inks. I love the way it creates that texture and it spreads and kind of gets like a halo effect around it. And it worked just as well on the paint with the pouring medium or on the pouring medium by itself, because I wanted to leave some of the areas completely transparent. So here it is all dried up, and what do you think? I think we achieved the purpose. I think it's looking very much like the colors of the beautiful Pāua. I love these shells. This is very New Zealand. It reminds me of home. I know. It's a beautiful thing. The painting dried up fabulous. It didn't crack. Can you believe that? It didn't crack. It didn't have any kind of crisis, even though I splattered it with alcohol inks. So I'm liking the alcohol inks. I think I'm going to do that again. Loving the layers right now. I'm obsessed with the multiple layers, using the pouring medium, clear pouring medium, and adding sections to the painting. That's worked really well because you can see all of the depth and all of the texture. You can see what's imprinted or embedded underneath those layers. I can see the first area that I put on, the second area put on, and finishing up with those deep tones of the alcohol ink in the metallic blue. I think we've achieved something amazing. I'm absolutely loving these textures and this style. What am I going to call my new technique? Thanks for joining me today. I hope you're inspired. Don't be afraid to try painting over things that haven't worked, because that's how you get amazing new ideas. Push on with your creativity, get experimental and try something new. And come back and see me again next time in the studio.